Thank you very much for this great opportunity. My name is Ichiro Miyazawa. I am Program Specialist at UNESCO Bangkok office. Today I would like to present about situation of out-of-school children in Thailand and ASEAN, and also effort we have been making many years. Before starting my presentation, please allow me to show 4 minutes video which showed current situation of out-of-school children in ASEAN countries.
In the 21st century, ASEAN will unite us together. We can create a brighter future, bring about prosperity, peace, and we will live in harmony. But despite coming as one, let us not forget these children, the out-of-school children. Some of them are born into poverty.
Lumaki ako sa pamilyang mahirap. Gusto ko bumalik sa aking school. Pero paano? Pero wala kaming pera.
Some of these children are born with disability.
น้องเปิ้ลเกิดมาเป็นละอ่อนพิการอาจจะเข้าโรงเรียนปกติอย่างคนอื่นเป็นไปบ่ได้ แม่หวังว่าสักวันหนึ่งน้องเปิ้ลจะได้เรียนและใช้ชีวิตอย่างคนอื่นเปิ้ล
Many of them are undocumented children.
Kami di mamuli. Kami tayong kamiyam.
Some are forced out of school due to pregnancy.
I got pregnant at 17. I had to quit school. Now I'm thinking about my future. I want to go back to school.
Many children are living in remote areas.
Cô mang cái tao cần đó. Vì trên đó nhất nó thề.
More than 3.3 million in ASEAN are out-of-school children. And we still have million more children that are migrant, stateless, and remain out of school. You may not know them. You may not see them. You may not hear them. But you can help them, because they are children of ASEAN. It is time for us to come together, creating equal opportunities, providing education for all. By doing this, you can reach the unreached.
Thank you. How was the video? That shows this part of the reality we face in ASEAN countries. And then let me show you some statistics and data. And this first chart, that is showing number of out-of-school children for the last 20 years. You can see at year 2000, there were 45.3 million children who were out of school. The number decreased. And I want you to look at the number at year 2013. 17.3 million children, but still huge number. And then reduction happened mainly in South Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal. And then I want you to look at blue part, which shows East Asia, including ASEAN. What is your observation? You may realize that the number of out-of-school children in East Asia is not changing much. Let me show you the figure for each country in ASEAN countries. When we started project, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, we say, yes, there are 3 million. And the number unfortunately increased 3.6. And then now, if we look at the latest data, we say 4.1 million children. But then we know from our experience, potentially the number could be even double or triple, including refugees, undocumented children, and also stateless children. Then let me tell you why this is the situation. We know that last many years, almost half century, all government making effort, putting a lot of budget in education, but yet, right, it's been so difficult to reach last 5% or 10% of children. Right? Let's say this is very common illustration, which I really like. Equality is something like this, right? Everybody gets the same box, right? And then they can get some height, but still different, right? But now we are looking at equity, and this illustration shows very much clearly equity. Right? If somebody is shorter, he needs 2 boxes. And this is exactly what Thailand is trying to do now, under the name of Equity Education Fund. But in reality, unfortunately, not in Thailand, but in other countries, this is something happening, unfortunately. If I mention about research which was done by UNICEF some time ago, they found that 46% of public education budget is spent for 10% of highly educated children. Right? And then unfortunately, always last 5%, or disadvantaged children are sidelined or neglected. That is the situation, very unfortunately. So this is why 10 countries getting together create ASEAN Declaration. And this was endorsed and adopted 2016, not so long ago. Though this declaration mentioned many aspects, but then 3 main points under this declaration. Number 1, this is about inclusive education. Education for all. All means all, not 95%, not 98%. It's about last 5%. Right? Every one of them, regardless their nationality, situation, right? Disability. So we make sure that everyone gets learning opportunity. In a sense, in a flexible way. Number 2 point, we want to connect education system in 10 countries so that even if they have to move here, there, they can continue to learn. Number 3 point is collaborations. Right? It's not about the government. It's about government, community, UN, NGO, private sector. We get all together and to make it come through. Make sure everybody gets education. So that's the main point of declaration. So key point is, as video says, it's time to come together for children of ASEAN. So this was the picture which I took actually, and in Malaysia, all education ministers getting together endorsed this declaration. And then after some time, also top leaders of 10 countries, they adopted this declaration. And then let me tell you background story of this declaration. Thai government has been the leader for this declaration. Let me tell you about background story of this declaration. In fact, this inspiration was started 60 years ago by King Bhumibol. He started schools for disadvantaged children at the border areas, ethnic minorities, migrant, stateless children. So he started open up many schools for them, which was succeeded by Princess Shiriton and royal family. And still these schools are going on. And fortunately, about 10 years ago from now, 2005, government made cabinet resolution which says education is for everyone, regardless nationality, situation. Right? Thailand is trying best to provide education for everyone. So this is very unique. And as far as I know, this is only country generously open up education system for everyone. So this is the story how we come to the declaration, creating declaration. So inspiration is coming from Thailand. That's why Thailand has been the leader on this topic. So then I want to show you the video again. This is again 3 minutes video and how this cabinet resolution has been put into practice.
สช.นี่คือศูนย์การเรียนชุมชนชาวไทยภูเขาไฟฟ้าหลวงสช.แม่แพร่นี่ก็เป็นสช.1ก็ที่นี่เด็กก็มีเยอะนะครับอยู่ในทะเบียนผู้เรียนก็104คนนะครับเป็นชาวเขาเผ่ากะเหรี่ยงปกติการเดินทางจากแม่เสลียงมาแม่แพร่เนี่ยถ้าเป็นฤดูแล้งก็ใช้เวลามันตั้ง4 ชั่วโมงอย่างถ้าหน้าฝนที่เราเข้ามากันร่วม8 ชั่วโมงเพราะถนนเนี่ยเป็นทางน้ำถ้าน้ำหลากก็ต้องหามแบกมอเตอร์ไซค์นี่แหละบางครั้งเราก็ท้อเหมือนกันมันยากลำบากใช่ไหมครับแต่ถ้าเข้ามาในหมู่บ้านเนี่ยทุกอย่างโอเคเด็กก็รอที่เราจะสอนเขาจากเดือนก่อนหรือว่าครั้งก่อนนะครับการเรียนจะได้ต่อเนื่องเนี่ยเราก็จะหายเหนื่อยช่วงนี้นะครับการสอนที่นี่ก็เราก็มีครูผู้ช่วยอีก2 ท่าน
ให้นักเรียนนั้นนั่งสมาธิก่อนเพื่อที่จะให้เด็กนั้นมีความจำมากขึ้นและสามารถนำไปใช้ได้
ดูแลสร้างพื้นฐานให้เด็กให้มีพื้นฐานในการอ่านออกเขียนได้นะครับ
ใช้หลักสูตรที่สอนนี่คือหลักสูตรพื้นที่สูงเป็นหลักสูตรที่บูรณาการจากหลักสูตรแกนกลางนะครับ
ชอบเรียนวิชาภาษาไทยครับ
ส่วนใหญ่เราเรียนตามลำห้วยลำนาทุ่งนาท้องไร่นี่แหละตามในหมู่บ้านเขาตามวิถีชีวิตเขาเหมือนเป็นหลักสูตรชีวิตอ่ะเราเข้าแถวเคารพธงชาติก็8 โมงครึ่งก็มีสวดมนต์ไหว้พระ11 โมงครึ่งเนี่ยก็เตรียมอาหารให้เด็กละครับกลางคืนเนี่ยถ้าไฟเปิดปั๊บลงสช.อาคารเนี่ยมีไฟเขาจะมาเรียนกันนะครับ
แม่ฉันชื่อเชฟชื่องารุ
ความสุขของความเป็นครูคือได้เห็นเด็กอ่านออกเขียนได้จากที่เขียนไม่ได้จับดินสอไม่ได้นะครับเรามาจับดินสอได้และเขียนได้แล้วก็อ่านได้อ่านให้ครูฟังได้โอ้โหได้สุดยอดแล้ว
ได้เป็นหมอค่ะ
So how was the video? Actually I was at this villages, and then people say, as you can see, the teacher driving sometimes 8 hours to come to the village to teach them for 3 weeks, come back, resting 1 week, and then coming. And the rainy season, and as you can see, they have to carry the bike on their shoulder, cross the river. And they told me that only Honda bike can do this, and I was almost crying to hear that. Anyway, so then let me go ahead, next slide. And then what I want to talk about here is economic aspect. We have done some research a few years ago with an institution in Washington, D.C., which is called R4D. And this is actually key chart we used. The key point is, how much are we losing if we don't provide any learning opportunity for them? Right? Which means, how much are we getting if we are successfully provide education for them? Right? And this chart showing the relationship between GDP capita and also average years of schooling. You can imagine, if they get more education, more likely their salary or income or GDP is higher. So that's the relationship. Using this chart, and then this is calculation. You can see Indonesia, Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and Timor-Leste. I want you to obviously look at the case of Thailand. If Thailand successfully provide education for everyone, again, everyone, right? More likely, Thailand will get 6.52 billion US dollar, which is almost equal to 1.7% of GDP. Very big, right? And you may ask, then how much does it cost now, right? What I can tell you is like unit cost, because we have been doing a lot of projects, Menhonsom, Method, many places, and based on our experience, providing education for one child who is now out of school is only $300, maximum $500. Because we have cabinet resolution, and then we have all infrastructure and the government, and also some NGOs are working, actively working. So that's the cost. They come to the school, run, only that amount. And then please remember this figure, 6.52 billion. Of course, people say maybe this is not precise, but the important point is such a gigantic amount of money, economic implication here. So I am coming to the last slide. So I have been promoting education in many, many countries, and then always I mention 3 points about education. Magic of education, number one, right? We push education because this is about human rights. This is inspiration, generosity of the people. We have to live together, right? So that's the key message everywhere we have been talking about. Right? Number two, economic point. You can see how gigantic it is, right? My country, Japan, we look at aging society, and I know in Thailand we are talking about this topic too. Investing young human resources is the wisest, the best thing we can do now. And unfortunately, there are so many people, right? Young people here. Number 3 point, obviously security point. If society or country ignore one community, one population, we cannot expect that they are coming back with some support. Obviously, no, right? If we support them inclusively, obviously they will be the part of society which is contributing, right, socially and economically. But anyway, I have been very excited after looking at this ASEAN Declaration. Thailand has been making a lot of steps and they're creating such a wonderful idea like Equity Education Fund. And then after this is endorsed and starting in operation, I want to push other countries to follow the Thailand. And then more questions, please give us email, or if we have a representative from our office, Kate, at this forum. And then I hope she can answer the question you may give. Thank you again.